What's up everyone, John from ARTV. It's time to talk about the debut album from UK rock outfit Wolf Alice, a rock band that are doing things right in 2015. The debut album is called My Love Is Cool. This band's influences range all the way from grunge to pop to modern alternative and all the way back again. Wolf Alice strike an almost odd but mainly endearing balance between restraint and fury, with many of the album's tracks like the pummeling Giant Peach and the majestic Silk showing off this band's knack for throwing curveballs and not delivering a predictable song. I stumbled onto this band one day while I was browsing through NPR's music blog. They were featuring the track Giant Peach, which ended up being the lead-off single from this album, and I was like, hey, that's probably a nod to James and the Giant Peach. That's one of my favorite childhood books. I instantly fell for this song's appeal, and for the fact that it seems to understand the difference between simple replication and actually taking an influence and making it your own. Lead singer Ellie Rosell, I hope I'm saying her name right, her voice kind of borders on manic during the bridge of this tune, letting out some wild screams before a driving guitar solo slides its way in and really sends this song over the moon. I only allowed myself to hear 2 songs before this album's release, but that didn't change the fact that My Love Is Cool was easily in my top 3 most anticipated records for 2015. Bros is the other cut that I heard beforehand, and I understand that it's a reworked version that appears on this album. It upset a lot of people because a lot of people were in love with the original version, and I'm gonna go ahead and say this, I never heard the original version of this song, and I don't think that I want to because I've fallen in love with the version that I've heard on the album. Bros is heartwarming in a sense, and it makes me feel grateful for the small group of friends, the really close and good ones and dependable ones that I do have in my life. The guitar here is very smooth, the drumming is poignant, and Rosell's voice sails across this track like a cloud through the sky on a breezy day. It's fantastic. This song could easily find a home on US alternative radio, just like their song Moaning Lisa Smile already has. Moaning Lisa has pretty much already become this band's staple song, but I'm not gonna call it their best. I do really enjoy this song, don't get me wrong by any means, but it's never a bad thing when you have a hard time picking top favorites just because there's so many great songs on one record. Moaning Lisa has grown on me more and more with repeated listens. It opens up with this lightly strummed guitar before exploding into this heavy riff, rotating back and forth between the calm and the storm, between verse and chorus of the song. The melody here is so infectious, it's infectious as bacteria, which is an unintentional segue into the next song I wanted to talk about from this album called Your Germ. Germ reminds me of this band that I discovered a few years ago and have been really enjoying ever since then. If they would ever put out a new album, they're called Now Now. This track kind of tells a full-fledged and seemingly bitter story with its lyrical content. It features a clattering drum line and some chanted backing vocals. Those are probably my favorite aspects of this song, although I can't ignore Rosell's fantastic vocal performance, which ranges from subdued to towering, showcasing just how talented of a vocalist she actually is. I've got to catch these guys live. I discovered a couple of bands that I really enjoy live, and I feel like this is one that kind of play in a similar vein, but just on an even better level. I feel like they would really have an explosive live show. Wolf Alice have a very versatile sound, but as different as some of these songs may be from each other, they always seem to be grounded in these really rich and gripping instrumentals. They hold my attention even when things slow up a bit, like on the brooding Soapy Water that features this excellent bass line that I can really just sink my teeth into, or the somber Shallow Tale, which is, I believe, a reference to a butterfly if I'm not mistaken. And another interesting thing about that latter track that I just mentioned, it's not sung by Rosell, it's actually sung, I believe, by one of the other members of the band, although I'm not exactly sure which one. I found it particularly interesting that they were able to pull off the switch between female and male vocals without it feeling like a speed bump in the album. The band continues to effortlessly blow through these excellent cuts like the likes of Your Love's Whore, which features a delicately crafted guitar melody and meticulous bass line, feeling like a perfect mixture of everything from the Cranberries to Sonic Youth to maybe even a little bit of Oasis, all in one awesome song. There's a really nice amount of reverb placed on Rosell's voice during the verses of this track, with the chorus really just erupting as Rosell cries out, "I can only love you more," on this track that really just seems to plead for someone to actually stay with her because of these strong feelings that she has. She doesn't want to lose this person. one. The opening track, Turn to Dust, has a nice eerie quality about it, giving me an almost cinematic or theatrical vibe about it, a potential song for a soundtrack, if you will. It's gentle but striking, as terrified as it is confident. If fear is in the mind, then my mind lives in fear, she cries on this track that's a very emotionally charged, definitely a gem that serves as an eclectic opener to My Love Is Cool. But as far as the track that really has me amped up, really gets me going, really has me excited about Wolf Alice, it's the track Freazy. Talk about musical heaven, I am in it. A little slice of paradise right here on this one. Roselle's voice drifts nicely behind the pitter-patter of the drums and the skittering keyboards that sound as grounded as they do spacey, and the groovy bass line that adds so much texture to this already amazing song. The vocals here are incredibly effective and catchy, with the chorus on this one being, dare I say, one of the best and most hard-hitting of the year so far. Now for the one that I've been waiting for, mainly because I need to fill you in on how important and integral and of course spectacular the hidden closing track, the Wonderwhy, is. It's split into two sections divided by minimal static, the first half being a bit more upfront with its sound and the back half kind of nearing a whisper. It sounds a little bit Lily Allen-esque vocally in a few moments of this song, but I think it definitely stands high on its own merits. As she sings on this track, Don't Leave Me Here, behind the slick bass line, I get this refreshing sense of hearing something new, something genuine, something that I don't always stumble upon. It's not something you hear every single day in 2015. The final leg of this tune shows us where this album's name came from. It's a line from this song. This portion of it is kind of stripped back to nothing more than an acoustic guitar, Roselle's voice, sounding more emotive and more earnest than she really ever has, closing out My Love Is Cool in the best way possible. The UK rock outfit really struck gold with their debut album, and I wish nothing but the best to this talented young band. If you're into rock, 90s music, and some modern indie and alt rock, then this album is definitely for you. Personally, I'm head over heels for it. My Love Is Cool gets a perfect 5. If you heard the debut album My Love Is Cool from rockers Wolf Alice, let me know your thoughts on it in the comments section down below. Keep in mind this is all just my opinion, so let me know about yours, and don't forget to smash that like button. While you're at it, maybe check out a few of my other reviews and subscribe to the channel, because friends don't let friends go unsubscribed, of course. If there's any other albums you'd like to see me tackle, let me know about them in the comments, and I will see you very soon, right here on ARTV.